It's important to make people aware, patients, treating physicians, and the public aware about that game-changing potential of the drug, this new mode of action, which has the direct neuroprotective modality here with neuron activation, um, and to organize the company in a way that we are able to perfectly start the commercial launch of the drug as well.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Dr. Daniel Vitt, the CEO of Immunic. Daniel, very good to speak with you. Immunic's had a very busy start to the year. Let's start with a very recent new hire in the management team. You just appointed Dr. Michael Panzara as Chief Medical Officer. What does bringing in someone with his neurology expertise signal about where Immunic's heading?
Yeah, thank you, and for having us here this morning, Stephen. Yeah, of course, it was a busy start, and I'm very glad that we got him on board. And I think if you look on our next milestones coming up, the completion of our phase 3 studies, preparation for NDA and commercial launch, it's the best thing you can have to have one of the global leaders in that space from the neurology with that track record in multiple sclerosis on board with our team. So I'm very, very excited about that.
You've also made significant board changes, including John Congleton and Thor Nagel of BVF Partners, and you also elevated Simona Skierniak to interim chairperson. How does this new leadership team reflect the company's next phase?
Yeah, it's a phase of transition, as obvious, reaching the finish line of our phase 3 program in relapsing MS with Vidofludimus calcium end of the year, and preparation of NDA and commercial launch, of course, require the organization to adjust in an appropriate way. And I'm very glad that we got people like John here on the board to support us with his experience in management and multiple sclerosis to support us here. And I think this shows that the company really understands the big potential here, and also the required changes to really be perfectly prepared for that transition of the company to a commercial stage company.
You closed an oversubscribed $400 million financing in February, $200 million already in hand. What does that level of investor confidence say about the opportunity you're pursuing?
Actually, a lot. I think it shows the confidence in what we're doing, the data we have produced so far, the positioning of the drug as a potential game changer in the whole world of relapsing MS, but also looking forward on what else we can do with the drug. For example, just to name progressive MS as further indication. So I think it shows us that the company reached an important inflection point. And also it shows us that investors perceive that as a very attractive opportunity based on the valuation at that time point and on the expectations going forward from the readouts we have ahead of us.
Where does Vidofludimus calcium stand right now in multiple sclerosis, and what's the key milestones investors should be watching over the next 12 months, Daniel?
Yeah, let me start with the milestones. So I think, first of all, the big next thing is the phase 3 readout towards end of the year in relapsing MS. So we have these two big studies, ENSURE-1 and ENSURE-2, each study 1,100 patients. And we want to use the data to submit an NDA in 2027. So this is the next big thing, and maybe it's the most important thing in the life of a new molecule to read out phase 3 data and to really go from the research stage to the commercial stage, to a stage where patients get access to the drug. And secondly, I think also we need to talk about the potential of the drug in progressive MS as well. Maybe I need to remind people about that. The drug is the first activator of neuron, and with that has the potential to be a direct neuroprotective molecule, and that makes it unique. And I think this is exactly the goal for the next months, to translate that into clinical data and then to a new drug where patients benefit from these treatments.
Daniel, you mentioned earlier that you're transforming from a development stage to a commercial stage organization. What does Immunic look like on the other side of that transition?
Well, it's important to make people aware, patients, treating physicians, and the public aware about that game-changing potential of the drug, this new mode of action, which has the direct neuroprotective modality here with neuron activation, um, and to organize the company in a way that we are able to perfectly start the commercial launch of the drug as well. And that requires so much work. And I think we're currently in the process. We hired a couple of new people. We still will hire more people in the area of medical affairs and also in the commercial area to make sure we are well prepared for these steps and really transition to that. But it also means that we have this commitment to research and to discovery. We own that No1 platform within the company, which deserves to be explored more and to have more molecules coming out of that in the future to fuel the company's pipeline going further.
Daniel, I hope you'll continue to keep us updated with your progress. Thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen.
Dr. Daniel Vitt, the CEO of Immunic.